Okay. All right. Sorry, Jim. It's 5:47. I'm going to call the public hearing. It's 5:48, and I'm going to call the public hearing to order. This is a public hearing for a minor subdivision application PC 2025-04 for property owners Maria and Michael Gilbert, located at 180 Straight Road. Application for a division of a 10-acre lot into 2 lots of approximately 1.9 acres and 8.1 acres. Our first order of business is to disclose any conflicts of interest or ex parte communication. And I'm going to start off by claiming what is not a conflict of interest, but that the applicant's surveyor, the owner's surveyor, is an acquaintance, a college acquaintance of my brother. I'll put that on the record. I have been assured they have not discussed it. I have not discussed it with either my brother or the surveyor. And I believe it's been some time since they were very familiar. So I do not believe that is a conflict that should affect the proceedings. Is there anything else? Does anybody have any other conflicts they wish to disclose?
None here.
Okay. There are none. We'll start off with the administrative officer will present the application materials and a summary of the documentary evidence in the case. We have, I've been provided a checklist of that material, which we will accept as an exhibit. It details that the determination of a complete application, and I'll just hand it over to Faith if she wishes to say anything with respect to the packet or the completeness of the application or anything related to it.
Yes, so the application was received on 11th of November 2025 and received by the Planning Commission on the 16th of December with a sketch plan review on the 18th of December. At that point there was a discussion about the wastewater permit for the proposed lot 2, which was under process of being sought but was not available at that time. So there was a sort of a month's gap in scheduling the public hearing, but now the wastewater permit has been issued and has been recorded, and the documentation received includes, of course, the final plat, which was received on the 6th of February. The other documentation that's been provided from the applicants are as I say, the wastewater permit, the permit navigator results. I have also included in the package a series of emails, correspondence with Mr. Burt. The applicants did also provide a copy of a prior subdivision map survey that was never recorded, which has also been included in the package.
She can't hear.
You don't have to repeat it, just for now, maybe a little louder.
Okay.
We'll try to announce.
The notifications were provided to all the abutters on the 25th of February. The notice was provided to commissioners. It was posted on the town's website and public posting places on the 24th of February, on the site itself on the 28th of February, The newspaper notice was the 4th of March, and it was also noticed, the public hearing was also noticed in the news flash on the 17th of March.
Good work. Thank you. That's very helpful. We can skip through a lot of procedure by having it all together in one place. Without objection, I'll accept all of Faith's, the administrative officer's hearing packet as exhibits in the matter. Are there any objections? Okay, great. Then next we'll move on to the applicants and owners. The applicant of record is represented by Mr. Jason Burt, who is here present in person, licensed surveyor in the state of Vermont. Hello, welcome. On Zoom, I believe Michael and Maria Gilbert are here. Is that
Yes.
Yes. Great. Is Maria Gilbert present as well?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll note both their attendance for the record on Zoom. Next, and you are authorizing Mr. Burt to speak on your behalf in this matter?
Yes.
Okay, great. And you're both willing to, both able to participate, and you can decide who wants to say what part. Next, we'll move on to identification of interested parties. I'm assuming that most of you got notice through the mail or other means on what that means. But in brief, it means you may be entitled to party status in this matter. And party's identification as an interested person is a prerequisite to any appeal or any further action on this. And you would not only need to be identified as an interested person, you would need to participate in this hearing. Participation probably means what it's obvious, saying something, making a comment or a statement. We have a number of people that I think are very clearly able to be determined interested persons. Let's see, let's start at the top of our service list. We have Mr. Ralph Ingraselli, who's present on Zoom. Do you wish to be identified as an interested person? The answer is yes. And he is an adjoining property owner. Any disagreement with that? Anybody have any issues with that? Okay. Let's go next. Ellen, let's see. Is the name Gilbert Forrest? Or is it Forrest Gilbert?
I am not really sure.
The name that's listed on the service sheet is Ellen and Gilbert Forrest. I'm not sure that's the correct name. If someone is present with a name similar to that, if you could identify yourself. Or if anyone knows them, is it actually Gilbert Forrest or is it Forrest Gilbert? No one.
Whoops, we just lost it.
Oh, dang. All right, we're going to pause.
I have Gilbert E. and Ellen K. Forrest on the parcel map.
It was the Gilbert iPhone, so.
Okay.
Are they a new owner since,
Yeah, I know. Was that on the...
No, it
Was it across the street, maybe?
this one has the butters? Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
It's across the road, yeah.
Yeah, here.
I think that's what, 20th Street Road.
Oh, Forrest, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It just threw me because Gilbert is a first name here. I wonder if there's a family relationship. Any idea what's going on? Oh, we're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, folks, we lost you. I don't know if you lost us.
It was, I think, just the HDMI.
No, we could
Are
hear
we all
you.
set? Okay, great. Will, are we back fully?
For now.
Okay. All right. We were speculating on the name. I think we did get a resolution on that. Are the forests present? I don't believe so. All right. We have,
Well, then which is the Gilbert iPhone?
That's
That's Michael Gilbert.
the applicant.
No, applicant, okay.
I'm going to skip down. We have Sue Cavallo present in person. Would you like to be identified as an interested person? The answer is yes. She is an adjoining property owner. Is there any disagreement about that? Okay, I believe she's entitled to interested party status. And let's see.
My wife is here. She's also Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. Great. Let's see. Christine. Okay. And you are also an adjoining property owner.
Yes, yes,
Would you like to be identified as an interested person?
yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Cohen, Stephen Cohen, is an adjoining property owner. Would you like to be identified as an interested person? Yes. Okay. And do we have anyone else present? So Kate and Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is a family member
Okay.
of the applicants.
Okay. So I don't know if we are you interested in being identified as an interested party, and if so, could you state the basis for your claim?
Yeah, Elizabeth and I are Maria's sisters, and we plan to be purchasing the subdivided lots to build on them.
Okay. And is it your desire to be identified as an interested person?
Yes.
But you don't own property at the moment?
Correct.
Okay. So let's do this in two steps. Everyone besides Elizabeth and Kate Nadler, is there any disagreement with their being identified as interested persons in this? Andy?
I don't really have an objection, although I'm not sure as prospective purchasers.
No, so the question was, for everyone besides Elizabeth and Kate Nadler, is there any objection to
No,
the others?
on my part.
Okay, so that's done. Now, Ms. Nadler and Miss Nadler, I think we're going to have to look at this more carefully. So statute authorizes identification of interested persons for the reasons cited in 24 VSA 4465B. And in summary, the 5 classes that are entitled to it are property owner affected by the bylaw, so the owner, municipality or adjoining municipality, which is us or any others that participated in this, and there are none. Nearby owners or occupants with a qualifying impact, or a petition of 20 persons or certain state entities. The only one I can see that might possibly be applicable is nearby owners or occupants with a qualifying impact. You don't own land in the town of Mount Holly at this point?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Are you occupants of any rented or leased land?
No, at the moment.
I think we might not be able to.
I don't think so. Not based on the criteria.
I don't think we can qualify you as interested persons based on the statute.
Okay, that's totally fine. Can we still listen in?
You can absolutely, this is a public hearing, anyone's able to attend, and we will at the very end allow public input. It just won't have the ability to have statutory standing if there were an issue you wanted to contest.
And the most likely impact would be for an appeal later on, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you. So let's see, let's go right to it. So I'm gonna do everyone who will speak today. I'm expecting you to affirm this oath. Do you hereby swear that the evidence you give in the cause under consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury?
Yep.
Everyone, please affirm.
I do.
We do.
And Elizabeth and Kate Nadler as well. I know you won't be on the record, but it's worth doing.
Yeah, we do.
All right, thank you. Okay, I will hand it over to either Mr. Burt or the property owners, Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert, to make a brief introduction into what's before us.
Yeah, I can start, if you don't mind. So yeah, Maria wants to subdivide their property. There's already been a wastewater permit for this lot 1 that was not prepared for subdivision. It was prepared for construction of a new dwelling and demolition of the old camp. And so they've kind of piggybacked onto that to get an additional wastewater design for the proposed lot 2. And we've tried to create conditions for dwellings on both lots that have substantial room setbacks to the roads and to between each lot. And I researched as many environmental impacts this property may have. The most important being the Class 2 wetland that's been mapped by the state. And I used the GIS information, overlaid it onto the project, and allowed a 50 feet buffer, and was sensitive to that. Maria, you can feel free to add anything.
Thank you for allowing us to contribute. The Nadler family's been a part of Mount Holly for decades. They've been coming up for many years, and when this piece of land came on the market, they were very excited to be able to possibly permanently relocate to the area. This subdivision would allow for 2 small houses, still in the process of designing, but they would be small cake-style houses, approximately 1,500 feet or so as permanent dwellings.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I think the next thing we'll do is we'll move to questions from the commissioners on the plan, the plat, the proposal in general, and any questions you may have for the applicant. Nothing from Jim? Any questions? Stephen?
No. I just seem to remember there was an email, I believe, from you about town access, or is that not required? Or am I mixing things up?
That's a question you can ask.
Okay. Did they need I'm going to call it the town permit, or are they going to have one driveway that already exists? Are they going to have 2 driveways?
There are 2 driveways planned. Well, keeping the existing and adding a driveway.
All right, so I think they need to get something from Bovie's.
So the question, if I may.
Yes, sorry.
You do not have a driveway access permit, so-called, for Lot 2, for the new access. Is that correct?
Not to my
Yet.
knowledge.
Yet. Okay.
All right. I don't think that's a problem. I think they can get one easily, but it's just to state the obvious.
I think that it's ordinarily a prerequisite for approval. We
Of
do
the
not
final plat.
of approval of our in our final decision. So what I would suggest, and this will be up to the confirmation of the Planning Commission, is that at the end of the hearing, we leave the record open and allow you to obtain that. It should be relatively straightforward, and I'm sure our town highway staff can do it within I don't know, they're busy, it's mud season, but a week or two. Do you have any urgency for a decision? Are you,
I'm not sure, that's a question for them.
I think it would be in everyone's interest if we allowed for the missing materials to come in to the record, rather than have to potentially redo things.
That'd be fun.
Okay. Would that satisfy your concerns,
Oh, yeah.
Stephen?
Not a problem.
It was my understanding it was supposed to be only for a state road.
So it is a confusing thing. For a state highway, there is a separate letter or
Yeah.
permit required. We do require a town highway.
Is that in the regulations?
All access, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's, I don't even think there's a standard of review at the moment, so I think the highway staff will go and look and say, it should be, you have it, I think, indicated on the plat, so it's just a matter of getting the paper in for us to include in the decision.
Isn't it somewhere in here?
My understanding is it's a very straightforward process, so.
Well, it just concerns the site, if a culvert's needed, and
Yeah.
what size, and that sort of thing.
Which, he would take your advice on that, I'm sure. But we do have, I think at
He's
some,
already given an opinion.
okay, well, we can't,
I'm not qualified for
yeah.
site design.
But that would be my suggestion, is that we leave the record open, we don't close the evidence today, and you could submit it electronically. Does that satisfy the property owners?
Very, very much. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, Stephen?
John,
Yes.
suggestion.
Yeah, Andy.
It might be a good idea to stick some stakes in the ground where the access is proposed for the plat. Otherwise, the
That's a
road
great.
commissioner is going to be wandering around the straight road trying to figure out just where it's going to go.
I can do that right after.
Right, I was to say, could you drive right over? That would be great. Okay. Anything else?
Not with me.
Was it relating to that specific
Yeah, I was
thing?
just curious, was it coming off the straight road or Maple Hill?
That's a good question. So both proposed access, you can answer, but both proposed access off the same road, which is,
They're off straight road. And again, the existing drive here, kind of closer to the camp, that's going to remain for this new dwelling. And then a new drive is planned closer to the proposed boundary than the intersection of the roads.
Yeah, and it's about the only place you can do it.
Right.
Because it's all about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have little maps of those or not?
No, but you can hold these for
There's
now.
a small one.
well, we're going to want those here.
Right.
So there is another copy. There is also a copy, I believe, on the website that you can,
What website?
our town website.
You can have my copy.
After this,
Yeah, I can
sure,
do
if you
it.
want to,
You
yeah.
want it, Sue?
He's got a small, if you got a microscope.
Yeah,
There's
that's
two
not, this is
different,
the shape. I don't, dude,
they're different, but anyway, they're on there.
Did you have anything else?
I just printed them off.
No, nothing else from me.
I don't know.
copy and give.
No,
It's the only thing I can think of.
They were on the website, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, excellent. Thank you for that. Andy, do you have any questions for the applicant?
I just have one. I noticed that the permit navigator that was submitted indicated that you would need a wetlands permit for any activity within the class 2 wetland located on the property. And I don't know the answer to this, but I'm wondering if you do, whether the proposed underground electrical service that the plat shows, it says it to be directionally bored, and I just don't know whether going under the wetland like that is something that would require a permit or must be viewed by the wetlands division of A&R. Do you know the answer to that, or have you had conversations with wetlands division?
I do not, and I have not. I know from experience that it's a typical procedure, but that's usually after consultation with the state wetland division. I do know also that the owners are not sure if they're going to follow through with that design.
Correct. We may take overhead and consultation with Green Mountain Power.
So just to be clear, the plat indicates underground utilities at the moment? Or no?
Existing is overhead.
So what is indicated for going underneath?
Proposed.
So it's proposed underground service.
Oh, maybe, okay.
Yeah. But there's already an area.
So the suggestion was that the existing utilities may be retained? Is that what you said, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes, correct. The existing utilities may be retained and just another hole placed in consultation with Green Mountain Power.
Along the same approximate route? Same area?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you've kind of indicated both options on here. Okay. Does that answer your question, Andy? We don't know whether it's required. Is your question sort of leading to, do you think that's a determination that we need to make before a decision, or is that something we can rely on the state to enforce?
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt. Disturbance of the wetlands would require it, and I believe that directionally boring, as long as the receiving pits are outside of the buffers, it's technically not disturbance.
Andy, would it satisfy you that we may reference that testimony and indicate that applicants will receive any and all necessary permits?
I think that's part of our usual language.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that we can find a way to prove it subject to them getting a wetlands permit if they need one for what they propose to do, and of course, only if they actually decide to do it.
Right.
So if that's an acceptable approach, it's fine with me.
Okay. Any other questions? Do you have any other questions for the applicants?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking Andy. Yes, you.
Yeah, I do not know.
Okay.
That was my only question.
All right.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. One, something I just heard that I would like to confirm that's potentially good news. Is the expectation that one or both lots will be occupied year-round?
Yes.
Both.
Okay. Great. So both lots are intended to be conveyed?
Yes.
Okay. The prospective owners are present in the meeting, the hearing? Or are those the other
Yes.
folks? Yeah, okay. All right, that's good. What could you say, either Mr. Burt or the owners, about the size, scale, type, and layout of the proposed construction?
Still in the planning process, but both houses would likely be cave style, approximately 1,500 square foot.
Okay, that satisfies me, thank you. I would like to, we didn't have it in our application materials, and that's something we're gonna hope to address, but I'd like to direct your attention, if I can, maybe I can get the help of Will, to our town plan maps. And if you could just very briefly indicate where the subject property is and identify where it is on the future land use map and the other map that I have presented, that would be helpful. Now I think I might have to get out of the way. Can that work, Will? All right.
Do you need to move this chair in? Move your chair in.
So right here, if you can see the mapped wetland hatch. And then I believe the residential overlay or residential district.
Residential land use area and also a small portion of wetland and riparian, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, great, thank you.
And in here we have would be low wildlife habitat value. And I don't know if it's really indicated, but a highest priority riparian connectivity area, which would be centered on the stream, the small stream.
Right, and the small stream is indicated on the plat, correct?
Correct, it's the boundary.
And I would also like just to state for the record where the surveyor has indicated the property to be located is outside the village center designation. Do you have an idea about how approximately far that is to the village center?
1/10 of a mile.
Okay.
It's about a half mile. Well, to get into Belmont, to get to where the store is.
So I would just ask that in the supplemental material you send with the access permit, just if you could do a quick, doesn't have to be a survey grade measurement, a GIS grade measurement of the distance to the village center.
Okay.
That is interesting to some people for keeping track of development around the village.
And this would be just a letter with a statement?
An email
Okay.
is fine. We can talk about the time and the way that response can be handled at the very end. Okay.
And this is to the, just to the main road intersection in the village?
I see
Or
to the edge of the
extremity?
extremity, the farthest reach of the village center designation if possible. Okay. And so the riparian corridor follows this perennial stream here that is at the very, which I believe is, what is our company, the southerly part of, well, part of the southerly boundary.
Correct.
And traverses the lot to the west. Is that right?
Yes, south.
Roughly
southwest.
southwest. Okay. Now, one of the things I was interested to know is it seems to me, maybe you can say, but it seems to me you have located the building and improvements away from that riparian corridor and stream. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the distance on the corridor. I know that the state's protected corridors are 50 feet each side of the stream.
Do you have
Each side of the top of bank of the stream.
yeah, do you have an estimation on it? Appears to me like it probably is more than that.
You have 100 feet here, so it's well over 100 feet.
To the stream center?
Correct.
Okay. So all of the structural improvements, apart from the existing ones, there's an existing shed, are outside of any 50-foot buffer of the stream?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the one thing that I saw that could potentially be interesting to us is the access drive terminates in a parking area, or the proposed parking area. Is this the proposed parking area here?
So all of the improvements on proposed lot 1 are in accordance with the state permit, what's on the state permit
For wastewater.
for wastewater.
Right. My question is mostly about stormwater, and I just would like some assurance that having more impervious surfaces that
Yeah.
go downhill toward the stream won't affect stormwater.
You know, there's no specification on anything that I've submitted.
Yeah.
I do know that there's much less than an acre impervious area, so it is exempt from a state stormwater permit.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. I wonder if we could do any buffering to minimize the flow down that hill.
Well, I would say there is sufficient.
Is this vegetated now here?
Yeah, it's all established grass.
Okay.
There's more than sufficient filtration
Is there? Okay.
for any disturbance on the site.
Okay. All right, so I will say that your response says, in your estimation, there's enough permeable surface and vegetated buffer between the proposed parking and drive to the stream.
Correct.
For stormwater purposes, okay. Now, this shed that's here, is that going to be retained?
They have not indicated that they would remove it,
Okay.
but that's a question for the owners.
Okay. Uncertain, okay. I'm wondering if it's possible, since this stream is, it is indicated highest priority for a reason, I'm wondering if we can do a little bit of vegetated buffer around it, whether that would be problematic for you or objectionable.
Could you help us with what that would entail? We can also relocate that shed.
Just, natural growth of the riparian area.
Or no disturbance,
No
so you're asking?
Essentially a no disturbance area around the stream.
Sure.
In other words, not having, soil disturbances, allowing for cover for animals and keeping our streams cool and keeping,
Isn't that,
flows from your yard out of the stream as much as possible.
isn't that why they have a 50-foot buffer?
Well,
Seen some.
we don't have there is no actual 50-foot buffer. I mean, we could ask if a 50-foot buffer would be acceptable to them.
Well, he did say 50 feet from the
That's if
bank.
it's a
Wetland area.
That's if it's a state inventoried river corridor.
Right.
I do not believe, because that stream was dry this summer, and
Right.
I don't believe it would be a inventoried buffer. Or
Right, it's
river
not.
corridor. Yeah.
Right. And I think his testimony was that he applied a 50-foot buffer to the Class 2 wetland mapping.
All right, I
Okay.
misunderstood.
So is there any objection to having a vegetated buffer around that stream to protect the highest priority riparian habitat?
No objection.
Okay. And conditioning any approval on the sufficiency of the stormwater management, which it sounds like your surveyor is comfortable with. Okay. I think that's it. Let me just do one last look here. Okay, I think the only thing is to decide.
Interested parties.
Yeah, well, no, I know we're running out of time. But toward the end of the hearing, there's still a few things left. I want to talk about the timeline for further responses, but we may have other things to add to that based on the input of the others. So let's get to that. Is that it from the commission at this time? We can come back for more later. Hopefully not. All right. Let's see. Other party participation. So we'll go through each interested person and allow them to participate. So I'll start here in person. Sue Cavala, do you have anything to direct to the applicants?
No, I think it looks good that way. To me, that's the only spot to really build anyway, you know, the field up there where the house is. So, I mean, I was just worried about the wetlands, but it looks fine to me.
Can I ask you a question? So what were you concerned about with the wetlands?
That they weren't building right in there.
We weren't building in the wetlands, okay. And you can assure her there's no building in the wetlands?
No.
All right, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. As it's presented, are you comfortable making a statement of either approval or disapproval?
Yeah, I think it looks good
Okay.
to me.
All right, thank you. All right, so let's see, where should we start? Mr. Ingerselli,
Yes.
would you like to direct, and I'm sorry, either of you, Mr. or Mrs., do you have each of you have questions for the applicants or comments?
I have the question, just where the house might be located on that lot. The buildings.
So do you have the ability to get, you're looking at the map, okay. Do you want to just like clue him in on the locations?
Yeah, if you look on the map, I have some distances from the proposed, well, it would be actually the southerly right-of-way limit of Straight Road. The proposed dwelling on Lot 1 is over 106 feet from the right-of-way limit. The proposed dwelling, well, I should, so go back to the dwelling on Lot 1 again, and the proposed boundary between the two lots is over 85 feet from the edge of that dwelling. The dwelling on proposed Lot 2 would be over 82 feet to the southerly right-of-way limit of Straight Road, and over 81 feet to the, oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting my directions wrong here. It would be the westerly right-of-way limit of Straight Road. And the dwelling on proposed Lot 2 is, again, over 81 feet southerly of the southerly right-of-way limit of Maple Hill Road. Oh, and over 111 feet to the proposed boundary between the lots.
Okay, so lot 2.
Pardon?
Right, that I don't know where any of those numbers are located, but in the map I'm looking at, in lot 2, where you have the, I guess that's the easement? The E? What's the E about?
Those are, there's an existing easement, which is E2.
Okay, yeah. Where that E2 is, in relation to that 2 number, where the house?
I think he just wants the box with single family ring, right?
There are two maps. He may be looking at the one without the houses.
Yeah, I have one with houses.
Yeah.
This proposed plat has 2 sheets.
Oh, so we only have one on the website?
Yeah, I only have one.
We have 2 on the website. Will, are you able to zoom in on any of these?
So I can attempt to describe it.
Hold on just one second. Which is a best location to do that? We'll just get it right on the video.
Truthfully, it's not super easy either way, but I can try to show them.
I mean, I could just hold it up.
Yeah.
Is this
Flip it around.
this one?
Other way, if you would, the camera behind you.
Behind me?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the house
It's probably about as good as we can get there.
Can you see my pencil?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to point at the single family. I believe this is the location of the proposed building on Lot 2. This is the location of the proposed building on Lot 1. This is the existing camp to be removed.
I got that. Yes.
Okay, so they're approximately the same distance from Straight Road. All three. And they are, I guess, 185 feet or so, respectively, from the division line. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, the other one was how to make sure we talked a lot about wetlands, like the whole bottom portion is wetlands area, so I'm fine with that, like everything I've heard so far.
Okay. So do you have any other questions?
No.
Either of you? Would you be comfortable making a statement either for or against the application? Or neutral? For? Okay. Both for. All right. So let's see. We are a little bit short on time, so I'm going to try to rush here as much as we can. Mr. Cohen, do you have any questions for the applicants?
Yeah, I'm listening to what you people are saying. You guys are the experts. I have very little knowledge. My concern was that because of all the water that came down and flooding, I didn't know if any improvement was going to send more water down Tomato Hill and down along that road. Maybe, and I couldn't hear you quite well, so maybe you answer that question. And two, how they access the three houses, which street they were coming out on. Maybe like I said, you might have answered the question, so I don't want to waste time.
Yeah, that's okay. Both lots will be accessed from Straight Road, and there is not enough impervious area planned to require a state stormwater permit. So you can at least be assured that there's very minimal disturbance that will happen. And for just off the record, but based on my experience working for engineering companies, there's enough established vegetation to filter any runoff from the disturbances. The field has really well established, just from my visit to the site and my work there, I know that the fields have very established grass vegetation.
In the access from Straight Road, do you have any other questions? Or did that satisfy you? Would you be comfortable making a statement either for or against or neutral? Okay, thank you. Let's see, who do we have left? Faith?
Those are the only interested parties.
That was it? Okay.
Now you just got the...
Okay. All right, thank you for that.
I don't know if you wanted to ask the potential purchasers, the sisters.
As public statements are next, yeah. We'll move on to public comments from non-parties that I believe includes both the prospective owners. Would you like to make any comments?
No, we're just excited to hopefully be able to return permanently. So thank you.
All right, thanks. Anybody present in person have any comments or questions? Okay. All right, so we're at the end here. Apologies to the people here for the regular meeting. We started our hearing 15 minutes late, so we're running a little bit over. There's a couple administrative things we need to take care of. First is, do we need any site visits? I don't believe we do. It sounds like the access permit will be handled by the highway department. I don't think we need to be involved. Does anyone disagree with that? No. Okay. All right. Other than the information we've already identified, which is highway access permit, distance to village center, I think that may be it. Is there anything else that we would like to keep the record open to obtain? Or is there anything that the applicants wish to provide?
As far as the setting stakes for the drive, would you say 1 is sufficient for the center of the proposed drive?
Probably. I mean, yeah, I think this would be a question for the highway
well
department.
outside of a wing plow, I would say.
Yeah,
Just in case.
Yeah, it's still marked.
I think that would be, if you could identify it in your application to them, say that's the center point, and it's such a width, I think that would be sufficient. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to provide on the record?
No.
Okay, property owners, Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert, would you like to provide anything else electronically to us? Okay.
No, thank you.
All right, and that was a no, that there's no additional information, right?
Right.
Okay, so should we set a time limit for this additional information? 2 weeks? Give Bovee a little extra time to work? Is that acceptable?
I guess it's up to the owners.
Is a 2 week delay, 2 weeks, is it acceptable to you that we keep the record open for an additional 2 weeks for additional supplements from you before we start deliberations on a decision?
Yes, that's fine. Is that usually enough time for the highway department?
That's a good question. If the delay is on the town side, we won't impose the deadline. I think we can say we won't impose the deadline.
If there's a March snowstorm.
If you guys are able to get an application into them quickly and the delay is on their side, we won't cut you out. We'll wait for it. Is that right?
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing else, we will recess the hearing, leave the record open. Oh, sorry.
Quick question. That other map that you said would have been on the website, I guess it wasn't.
I just checked.
On there?
It is.
It's not.
Later? Not
It's on
now.
the record that you want to add it.
I will add that to the website. My apologies. It seems like the one hasn't got.
Okay, so I think so I'll say again on the record here, the map 2 of 2 was not present on the website.
1 of 2.
A 1 of 2 wasn't. And that's actually the final plat of record, right?
Yep.
Okay,
That's
since,
the boundary information, or the... No, 2 of 2. Sounds like 2 of 2.
2 of 2
not up.
was not, that's what I said
2 of
first.
2 is the one.
Right.
Right.
So this is helpful to us actually, because if the other one wasn't, it's worse. In light of the fact that only one of the 2 maps was provided to the interested parties, I think we should also extend additional time for comments or questions from them after reviewing that material. Is that fair to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioners?
Would that be the same 2 weeks?
Same 2 week time
Yeah.
period.
John,
Yes.
when you say questions, questions to do, I don't think that the commissioners could respond to questions. I suppose the applicant or...
Statements. I think they would have to be statements. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's nothing further from the applicants or the commissioners, the hearing is recessed and the record will be closed in a period of 2 weeks unless the town is not able to furnish a permit in that time. Thank you all.